Good Monday morning. Welcome to the first ever Spitfire. I'm Liz, and today I'm joined by Francis.
Thanks for having me.
We're not going to waste any time here. First topic on the deck. Gino Smith took to Twitter this weekend to let us know that, in fact, the Earth is flat. Francis, thoughts?
All right. Have you ever been in an airplane? You probably have. And you know when you look down on the land, it's not round. Give me a break. It's one square after square of crop fields, cities that aren't falling down or toppling over because the earth is curved. Get out of here with your curved earth nonsense.
Francis, I'd be real careful if I were you, because I think Harvard might revoke your alumni status with that idiotic take. Saying the earth is flat is one of the dumbest things that can be said on this round earth. And for the record, he didn't stop there. Apparently, evolution also not a real thing. Saying shit like this is what gets you punched in the face by your teammates in the locker room. Gino Smith, get real. I'm not going to clear my brain to fill it with ridiculous thoughts like this, but thanks for the notion.
Cheers.
Thoughts, Francis? Earth is flat, huh?
The earth is flat. Absolutely. Not flat. Shit. Start again. Sorry, Tom.
Gino, gotcha.
Yeah, let's do that one more time. Cheers. The earth is definitely round. I think we all know this. Anybody saying anything otherwise is just refusing to believe in science.
You know what? I think that this is a simple case of Gino Smith binge watched a lot of It's Always Sunny. There's an episode that says that science is a liar sometimes. I think he just thought he would make his Saturday a little more interesting and hype us up.
Right. Yeah, I'm with you.
I can't possibly believe that he would legitimately think that.
Yeah.
Topic number 2. The NCAA has been under a lot of scrutiny recently. Simply put, should players be paid? And the answer there is a quick yes, of course they should be paid. Look, these players have 2 full-time jobs. 1, to be a student. 2, to be a full-time player. That requires a lot of time commitment, and a lot of these players come from backgrounds where they might need a little more financial assistance. And instead what's happening is the NCAA is making over $1 billion alone during March Madness, and they can't share any of the wealth with the player that is creating this revenue for them. This is robbery to the fullest extent. They need to be paid.
I completely disagree, obviously. This is collegiate athletics. Most of these players are being awarded massive scholarships. To the kid who goes to these universities and then has to live under the burden of student debt for many years after college, how do you tell that kid, hey, if you just spent a little bit more time practicing dribbling the basketball with your left hand, you'd be free of this debt right now? It's insane. Enjoy the scholarship, respect the university, try to play pro after. That's the whole story. Cheers, Liz. Do you actually think that the NCAA should pay their players?
Yeah, they should.
Why?
I don't know what the system would look like exactly, and maybe it's just that they let them use their likeness to, get endorsements or whatever the case may be. But something's got to happen. This is insane that they're making so much money and the players get none of it. Right.
Yeah, it's really tough because at what point do you draw the line? You could say that some of the high school athletes then, because it starts earlier and earlier. A lot of these players are being recruited with promises of money. And how do you regulate a high school kid being offered $100,000 to come to a certain school?
I think it's different. You're in high school, you're still a child. You're living under your parents' roof. You still go home every day. You're an adult, you're living by yourself.
So once you get to the school, that's when, based on your performance, you should be paid accordingly?
Right. And then also the idea of, what if college athletics were just more awesome for more years? Like, what if KD would have stayed an extra year because he was getting some sort of endorsement deal that allowed him to stay at Texas an extra season? That would have been awesome.
Yeah. I doubt that the big schools will ever have the type of money or be able to pay a player the way that the NBA does, but yeah, we'll see.
What a reasonable discussion. Topic number 3, a woman in Texas defecated while she was detained. Is she a hero?
No, this woman is not a hero. She's in a cop car. She's got a bunch of drugs. She decides to take a shit in the car, and so then she can conceal her drugs and her nonsense in her own poop like a monkey. I don't know who's playing with their own shit in the back of a cop car, but it's certainly not a fucking hero.
This is not the hero we deserve. This is the hero we need. This is a woman who gets arrested and doesn't just give into the idea of, that's it, I'm going to jail. I'm going to take a shit and hide my crack pipe, my crack, and a Valentine's Day card in my own poop. That is a woman I want to be friends with. It's easy to ride in the limo. Who's going to hop on the bus with you when that limo breaks down? This woman.
So my question would be that as a woman, does it make your day-to-day work harder because you have a smaller brain? Like, is it harder to get through life because, you know, clearly women are not able to make the same sort of decisions or think as intelligently, based on your argument that you just made, which is insane.
Francis, you sound like a quitter, and quitters are losers. I don't know if you understand, but this lady could have possibly saved herself from being arrested for drugs, and she made an effort. And if nothing else, at least she forced the cops to have to shuffle through her shit before they agreed to arrest her.
But everyone knows if you're trying to conceal your drugs, you swallow them and then shit them out later. You don't just create the morass in which to conceal your shit.
She didn't have the range to be able to put these drugs in her mouth to swallow them. Otherwise, she would have. That's just common sense.
You're telling
me she
me
could reach behind her to put them in her poop.
Then why did she just shove them up her ass?
She probably tried to at first and couldn't, so then she had to take a shit on command.
I feel like
Do you give no credit to somebody that's able to shit? Is this because you can't shit on command?
Every shit I've ever taken has been on command.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Shit right now. Prove it.
I would go to the bathroom because I'm a decent human being.
I think you're just jealous of this woman.
I don't. Oh yeah.
That's why you're turning red.
Really
Red with jealousy, a jealous
the old
rage.
Shit monster in the back of a cop car.
This talk of shit really inspired my Monday.
You really look up to this woman, huh? You really think she's someone to try to follow as an example?
No.
No, she's
I
a
do
crackhead.
not. She's a crackhead, and that's a crackhead move. I'm going to shit myself and bury my crack in said shit. All right, so a new tradition we're starting on this brand new show, so everything is new, is every new guest has to bring us something to grace our beautiful shelf. So Francis, what did you bring to add to the
I brought
prestigious wall?
a bag of saline solution from the hospital. You can rig this to your arm or your vein after a night of heavy drinking, and it'll help you rehydrate without getting that bloated look. So especially if you're trying to go to the beach next day and you want to be not hungover, but you still want to look shredded. This is a great solution straight into your veins. So use it when needed.
We are an educational show after all.
Yeah, I guess we'll put it up there for now.
That seems about right.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow, and Francis won't be here, so you're stuck with me.